Welcome to Sweatpants Cinema. Today, we will be discussing Christopher Nolan's masterwork, Superman Begins. We start our story in ancient Rome, where Gladiator is anticipating his newest adversary to be escaping from his wife's vagina. Fortunately, the Council of Silly Hats has forbidden him from fighting a baby, so he decides that shooting the baby into deep space is the next best thing. Luckily, Greg Buell, the hero of our story, is able to stop tapping B-Rab's mom long enough to attempt to stop him.
What have you done?
He fails. The punishment for his failure is that he must live out the rest of his life as a big black cock. But not before he vows to play the sickest game of hide-and-seek ever witnessed.
I will find him. I will find him, Laura. I will find him!
A horrifying truth is realized when it is revealed that the evil baby survived and grew up to host Deadliest Catch. But everything changes for him when he discovers that he shares several key traits with Dory the fish. 1. He can talk to whales. 2. He is fireproof. After Super Baby Genius destroys an innocent man's livelihood, we find out that Jody Melville has been able to keep off the weight and that she doesn't know how to read a calendar.
You're early. We were expecting you tomorrow.
Which is why I showed up today.
Eve from Wall-E shows up to greet her, but the diabolical villain kills her. Can he sink any lower? Speaking of unnatural evils, Javert takes a break from hunting Jean Valjean long enough to explain a bunch of things that we already know. He also gives our resident shitbag a cheap Halloween costume that somehow helps him realize that he can fly for some reason. Giselle does her very best to stop him using her position as princess to have his father executed for treason, but that does nothing but anger the demigod. To exact his revenge, he volunteers to host Monday Night Raw in Smallville. He causes excessive damage to the local product placements, and the audience is forced to learn a wonderful lesson about evolution.
And if history has proven anything, it is that evolution always wins.
And don't forget, kids, the word of the day is trident.
The word of the day is trident.
After winning at SummerSlam, the heel decides to turn face due to all the good heat he's getting from the crowd.
This man is not our enemy.
The good feelings don't last long when Super Dick decides to start fracking right in the middle of the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but
Our hero returns and tries his very best to stop the madness. He fights long and hard, but is tragically murdered in the coolest way possible. We end our story in a similar fashion to Silence of the Lambs, with a murdering psychopath free and with the ability to continue killing whoever he so pleases.